As the number 1 seed in the number 1 conference by 9.5 games, the Thunder have elicited fear in the fans and players of all competing teams. You face the Thunder in the playoffs, you lose, right? Well, there's one team who's best fit to combat that theory. When Shai drops less than 25 points, the Thunder have a record of 5 wins and 3 losses. They also have a margin of victory of +5. Now when Shai drops more than 35 points, the Thunder have a record of 17 wins and 3 losses and a margin of victory of +12.6. These stats make it obvious, okay? The best way to defeat the Thunder is to contain Shai. And yes, that is definitely easier said than done, but JJ Redick this season has executed this one strategy that has shut down numerous top-tier guards, and he's done that by having a weak side defender pre-rotate towards the strong side to overload against a star player. On the NBA Cup final, the Bucks did this to stop Shai, even though they don't have nearly the personnel on defense that the Lakers do on the perimeter. Right when Shai crosses left, Pat Connaughton immediately leaves his man to go to the help line, stopping Shai's forward progress. Now he still gets a good shot off here, but he couldn't get to the third line of defense because of that early shift. Shai gets the switch on to Dame, and right as he starts driving, Andre Jackson leaves from the weak side to go offer help. And when he offers help, Dame has to rotate back. It's a team-wide defensive scheme, and it works here for the Thunder. In today's NBA, what people fail to realize is you have to pick your poison. When you have a player as good as Shai, any strategy you run to try to stop him is going to help the other players on the Thunder. It's as simple as that. As a defense, you have to choose what you want to live with. But the Lakers have literally been tied for the best defense in the league over the past 2 weeks. And to go even further, our defensive prowess comes from the perimeter, which is obviously where Shai operates. JJ Redick allowed this defense to demonstrate exactly what it's capable of in the game against the Timberwolves. Throughout the NBA, when a star player on the perimeter has a ball, the other players on offense will clear out to eliminate the help. And the best players in the NBA cannot be guarded one-on-one. So what does JJ Redick do? Even though Mike Conley clears out, Austin Reaves stays to help, even though his man is on the weak side. Now this creates a 4-on-3 on the backside for the Timberwolves, but the Lakers will live with this because it shuts down Anthony Edwards, their main and only source of viable offense on the perimeter. Anthony Edwards tries to get ahead of steam in transition, and the Lakers run this again. Austin Reaves leaves his man in the corner, and obviously he's going to try to cut. So it's Luka's responsibility here to pick up that cut. And the Lakers' elite ability to rotate is what's going to make this work. When Ant swings it here, look at Vando, immediately rotates. Dorian immediately gets help, rotates back, causes a turnover. The main issue when running the tilt is the 4-on-3 advantage that it gives the offense on the backside. The Lakers obviously ran this against Jokic and he had 15 assists. The Nuggets got wide open threes and they hit them. But again, they picked their poison and it worked as we contained Jokic to only 12 points. And obviously when Ant doesn't have the ball, you need to be shadowing him. You can't leave for help. He's Anthony Edwards. And even when you have a guy like Dorian shadowing him, the Lakers can play 4-on-4 as well as any team. Look how connected they are. Look at this rotation. Watch LeBron help and get the steal. And the Lakers' defensive connectedness allows them to be able to switch everything. They switch it onto Luka. This is probably the worst matchup you can ever have on this court. But not to worry, Dorian Finney-Smith is going to tilt and leave his man, which means everybody else is going to have to recover, and it ends up in a long, low percentage 3. Now the Thunder have really good 3-point shooters, I'm not denying that. And Shai is definitely going to find the open man many times. But the Lakers have demonstrated an ability to rotate unlike no other team in the NBA. So running the tilt against Shai with this Lakers defense leaves you with 2 choices. A contested Shai jumper or a lightly contested 3 from a player that's not Shai. Those are the shots that the Lakers will be able to force against the Thunder if they run the tilt against Shai. And as a team, you have to completely live with that. Shai is so damn good, he's gonna make some of these crazy shots. And the Bucks have to live with this. Giannis stays to help, leaving Kendrick Williams wide open in the corner. But Shai turns around and hits a fall-away jumper fading to his right. And as the Bucks, you live with that. Gabe Vincent, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Jordan Goodwin, and Austin Reaves all either guarded Ant or helped on Ant, and it easily makes the Lakers the team with the most wing defensive depth. It's not even close. This season, JJ Redick has ran a switch-heavy defense, and it's bit us in the butt in the past, but we finally figured it out. Watch this play. Seamlessly switching everything against a star player allows you a way better chance to shut them down. Ant tries to get open. Look at this beautiful double team by Rui and Dorian, forcing a 5-second violation. This time Ant's trying to drive from the top of the key, so there's no weak side or strong side, therefore he can't clear out. So Gabe Vincent's gonna help off of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, forcing Ant into a contested 3. That was Dorian's turn, now it's Jared Vanderbilt's turn. The depth is crazy. Vando completely locks Ant down, Gabe Vincent's waiting in the help, and yes, players are gonna hit tough shots like that once in a while, but you're gonna live with it. Yesterday, I saw another ESPN reporter talk about the Lakers are still lacking a big man, so they can't win. It's like, are you a robot, dude? Did you not just see us play the Nuggets and completely shut down Nikola Jokic? You don't need one dominant big man to win, because the best dominant big men need multiple coverages, and the Lakers can do that to perfection. And yes, Chet is going to play well in this series, but a similar strategy can be executed on him as well. Jackson Hayes coming over from the weak side to block shots, Rui holding him off and forcing him into tough fadeaways. I'm not so worried about Chet because we have the personnel and game planning to contain him. And unlike the Timberwolves, the Thunder do have Jalen Williams, another perimeter threat. So when the Lakers run the tilt against Ant, it's pretty easy because Ant's not going to be able to swing it to another player on the perimeter who can create his own shot at an efficient level. When Shea swings it against the tilt, yes, you could hit Jalen Williams. That's what makes this Thunder team tough. They have multiple perimeter threats. But with the Lakers' elite ability to rotate and our elite defensive depth, I'm not worried about Jalen Williams taking advantage of our defense to a high degree. It's possible to limit him and limit Shea by running one defensive scheme. Over the past 2 weeks, the Thunder ranked 20th in defensive rating. They've definitely got some dogs on defense. Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Cason Wallace. I'm not denying that. In the Mavs Thunder series last year, Lou Dort was stuck to Luka like glue. And yes, at times he did a really good job at disrupting him. But what the Mavs didn't have was three level scorers and playmakers. They had Luka and Kyrie, the two facilitators of the offense, so you can focus your defense on stopping. But the Lakers have a third playmaker in Austin Reeves. So you can't just dial in on Luka and LeBron like the Thunder did on Luka and Kyrie. And the Lakers have what it takes from a mentality standpoint and a personnel standpoint to make their lives hell. So obviously we don't know if this series is even going to happen, but the Lakers are clearly the second best team in the West right now, and the Thunder are the only team standing in front of them. And by looking at the matchups, it's clear our personnel is made to handle that team. So I would take the Lakers versus the Thunder in a 7-game series. Maybe I'm biased, but I also really believe in JJ Redick and what he's done so far this season. Everybody is bought in, and we're the most connected team in the NBA. So if you disagree with me, I'd love to see what you have to say in the comments. And I do believe the Thunder are the team to beat in the West. I just think the Lakers have what it takes to beat them.